Trying to learn Italian but still can't speak? That's because you're missing one of 3 crucial steps. These are 3 steps to mastering and speaking Italian with confidence. And that's how you learn at Italian Pod 101. You learn with quick conversation lessons by real teachers. You get to practice what you've learned, and you get tested for total mastery. So sign up for your free lifetime account at Italian Pod 101. Click the link in the description.
Practice. Do you know how to talk about future actions in Italian? You learn how in just a moment. Hi, my name is Felice and this is 3-Step Italian by ItalianPod101.com. In this lesson, you learn how to talk about future actions in Italian through a quick conversation. Practice. Let's look at the dialogue. As you listen, pay attention to how they ask about the topic and how the other person responds. Grazie per il pranzo, è tutto buonissimo. Prego. Isabella, cosa farai quest'estate? Visiterò Nizza con alcuni amici. Oh, vai al mare. Non vai a cercare lavoro? No, seguirò dei corsi estivi lì. Non dimenticare il costume da bagno. Penso che l'estate sarà calda. Let's break it down. Grazie per il pranzo, è tutto buonissimo. Thank you for the lunch, everything is so good. After that is the focus statement. Let's take a look at its elements. Prego, Isabella, cosa farai quest'estate? You are welcome. Isabella, what are you going to do this summer? First is the word prego, meaning you are welcome. Prego. Prego. Next is the name Isabella. This is simply the person's name being addressed. Isabella. Isabella. After this is the question phrase cosa farai, meaning what are you going to do? First in this phrase is cosa, meaning what. Cosa. Cosa. Next is the verb farai, which comes from the verb fare, meaning to do. Farai. Farai. Last is quest'estate, meaning this summer. Quest'estate. Quest'estate. Together, it's prego, Isabella, cosa farai quest'estate? You are welcome. Isabella, what are you going to do this summer? Visiterò Nizza con alcuni amici. I will visit Nice with some friends. Oh, vai al mare. Non vai a cercare lavoro? Oh, you are going to the beach? Aren't you going to look for a job? No, seguirò dei corsi estivi lì. No, I'll take some summer classes there. Non dimenticare il costume da bagno. Penso che l'estate sarà calda. Don't forget your swimming suits. I think the summer will be hot. Practice. Let's look at the sentence pattern. But first, let's get familiar with simple future conjugations. In Italian, this is how you form the futuro semplice, or simple future tense. The future tense endings are o, ai, a, emo, ete, anno. For regular, are, ere, and ire verbs, drop the final e from the infinitive and add the ending. Only with are verbs, you also change the a to e before adding the ending. Now let's see the pattern that all of our example will follow. subject plus verb in the future tense plus complement. Let's take a look at the subject first. In Italian, the subject is often implied through the verb ending. If needed for clarity or emphasize, the subject can also be stated explicitly, like adding a personal pronoun like tu, you, or a name. Next is the verb in the future tense. Last is the complement, which tells us more about the action. Let's see how a line from the dialogue follows this pattern. Isabella, cosa farai quest'estate? Isabella, what are you going to do this summer? In this sentence, Isabella functions as a vocative, the person being spoken to. The actual grammatical subject, tu, is implied. Farai is the future tense form of the verb fare, meaning to do or to make. It's the second person singular form with the I ending. So it tells us, you will do. Quest'estate is the complement, meaning this summer. In this phrase, questa means this, and estate means summer. Together, they tell us when the action will take place. So, Isabella, cosa farai quest'estate? Translated to, Isabella, what are you going to do this summer? Now you can use this structure, subject plus verb in the future tense plus complement to talk about your future plans in Italian. Let's see a few more simple future examples. Parlare becomes parlerai. You will talk. Prendere becomes prenderai. You will take. Dormire becomes dormirai. You will sleep. You hear these forms a lot when talking about plans or intentions. Now, you can use this structure to talk about things you will do in the future in Italian. Practice. In Italian, irregular verbs in the futuro semplice don't follow the regular conjugation pattern used for are, ere, or ire verbs. While regular verbs drop final e and follow a clear pattern, irregular verbs use altered stems, but they still take the same future tense endings o, ai, a, emo, ete, anno. For example, instead of using the full infinitive, andare becomes andr, and you get andrai for you will go. Avere turns into avr. So, avrai means you will have. Essere becomes sar, leading to sarai. You will be. And fare becomes far. So, farai means you will do or make. These irregular stems often don't look like the infinitive form at all, which is why it's important to memorize them early. They are used frequently in the everyday speech, so you will hear them often. Practice. Now, let's look at some speaking examples. Io studierò domani mattina. I will study tomorrow morning. Can you see how the pattern applies here? Let's break it down. Here, io is the subject, even though it is not always required in Italian, because the verb ending shows who is the subject is. It appears here for emphasis and clarity. It tells us who will do the action. Studierò is the verb in the future tense. It's the first person singular form of the verb studiare, meaning to study. The o ending shows it's in the future tense and that the subject is I. This tells us what the speaker will do. Domani mattina is the complement. It means tomorrow morning, and it tells us when the action will happen. So that is how io studierò domani mattina fits the pattern subject, verb in the future tense, complement. Here's another example. Noi mangeremo pizza stasera. We will eat pizza tonight. Noi mangeremo pizza stasera. We will eat pizza tonight. Let's try one more. Marco visiterà Roma in estate. Marco will visit Rome in the summer. Marco visiterà Roma in estate. Marco will visit Rome in the summer. Another one. Preparerò la torta per te domani. I will make the cake for you tomorrow. Preparerò la torta per te domani. I will make the cake for you tomorrow. One last example with an irregular verb. Luca sarà a casa domani. Luca will be home tomorrow. In this sentence, sarà is the irregular future form of the verb essere, to be. Luca sarà a casa domani. Luca will be home tomorrow. Practice. Now you know how to talk about future actions in Italian, and you can move on to the practice. A presto!